So I'm back just to quickly talk about a quick video that I've been wanting to do for a little while now. I just haven't really had the time. So it's just, a video about how I reduced my lymphedema swelling. I made a previous video about how I did it, and I just kind of ran through what I did, but I want to come back and just, provide more in-depth reasons as to how I did it. I remember looking up, a couple years ago, looking up ways to heal lymphedema, which we all know there's no way to do that, and a way to reduce my swelling. And I found blogs and stuff, but it didn't really go, into detail about how how you do it. So I'm here to talk about how I did it. I will insert a before and after picture somewhere in here now. So the first thing I want to talk about, and I think this is a really important one, is water. Water is very, very important. Even if you don't have lymphedema, water is important to drink and have. It just is. It's fundamental for your body. Your body needs hydration. I know when days when I don't drink water, like now my body is used to drinking at least 100 to 120 ounces of water a day. If I don't drink that much, I feel sick. I feel nauseous, so I have to drink that water. And I want to show you what kind of water I have been drinking for the past 2 years now that got me the results that you guys just saw. The water I use is a Sam's Choice purified drinking water, and I got this from Walmart. It comes in a case of 20, I think it's like a 28 pack. It comes in this big case. And I usually like a whole case usually lasts me about 4 or 5 days. So I buy 4 and 5 cases at a time. It's about $4 here in Georgia. I don't know where, if you're watching this from wherever, I don't know how much it will cost you guys. So yeah, water. And I drink about 5 or 6 of these, sometimes 7 per day. And I know that seems like a lot if you don't drink a lot of water, but start off slow. Like when I first started drinking, water and trying to increase my water intake, I would drink, I want to say 2 of these a day. And then the next week I go up to like 2.5 or 3. And the next week, like gradually do it. It doesn't happen overnight. Trust me. So yeah, water. If you do not do any of these steps, please do this one. Exercise. Exercise is so important. I cannot stress exercise enough. And I know how it is when you don't really want to exercise and you want to just sit on the couch and eat chips and watch TV, because I still do that sometimes. But exercise is so important. Now me, I'm not a big fan of cardio. I did cardio a lot when I was, trying to lose weight in the beginning. But now, after I've lost about 80 pounds, I don't like to do cardio. I don't like it. So what I like to do is lift weights. Now, these are my starter weights to just let you know, you can start from anywhere, but I started out with 2-pound weights. That's all I could really lift. I know that sounds so pathetic, but this is all I could lift. I could only do 2 pounds. If I was trying to do like reps and all that stuff, I could only do two pounds. I could only lift 2 pounds and complete a workout. And it was so embarrassing, but now I'm up to like 10 pounds. And that's just if I'm doing light stuff like squats and arm lifts and stuff, whatever you want to call it. But something that helped me out a lot was you would take 2 weights. I don't have the other one, but you would take the 2 weights and you would set them right where your kneecap is, like right above your kneecap, and lift your legs up, lift your legs up on your tippy toes and go down. And you do it until you feel the burn, baby. And that helped me out a lot. It gave me muscle toning, down my leg, and it was doing something. I mean, you know, they're smaller. So yeah, and walking. Again, I don't like cardio. So the closest thing to cardio is it's gonna come for me is walking. So what I do, I don't have a treadmill or anything. So in my where I live outside and stuff, I walk for about 15 minutes going and 15 minutes coming back. So it's about a 30-minute walk, sometimes 20 minutes. And I do that maybe twice a week. But I try to lift weights like 5 times a week. I mean, sometimes 4, but it's not even for that long. Maybe 15 minutes. I maybe lift weights for 15 minutes. And even then, I'm just doing something in my head. As long as I'm doing something to build muscle and keep my body active and keep, stuff flowing, that that kind of helped me out a whole lot. All right, so eating, diet, eating healthy, whatever. So let me say this. It is good to clean out your diet. It is very good to clean out your diet. It's very good to get rid of the chips and the cakes and the pies out of your cabinet, pantry, or whatever. But let me also say this. You don't have to get rid of everything. To this day, I still eat hot wings and French fries. I still eat chocolates. Like I love the Ferrero Rocher chocolates, and I love like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those are things that I still eat. But as I lost weight, certain things just did not taste good to me anymore. Like some stuff really tasted like fat and cocoa powder. Like they just threw a bunch of fat and cocoa powder and mixed it together and called it candy. Certain stuff I just can't eat anymore. So, and it just doesn't taste good. It just tastes really fake. So, it's about what you try to reduce sodium. Reducing sodium is so important. It's very important. As you know, salt swells you up. It makes you bloated all over. And that is including your leg or arm or whatever area is affected, So decreasing that sodium and salt is important. And you do that hand in hand with water. You can't lose, seriously. And it goes hand in hand. And you're not really supposed to do this. Not really, but I would eat like lean cuisine meals and healthy choice meals and smart choice meals. I think they're called smart choice. I would eat those like frozen diet foods a lot, which they're so horrible for you. They're like horrible for you. But I didn't know that in the beginning, but I started by doing that. I would eat like the frozen foods, like out of the frozen section. I would buy like low fat chocolates, like Skinny Cow, and like with crackers and stuff, I buy like the hints of salt, like Ritz. I love Ritz crackers. So when I started out, I would eat the hint of salt, Ritz. Like I said, pretty much all the foods you like, there's like a healthier substitute for them. And there's just some stuff I won't give up, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Ferrero Rocher. So, cook your own food. Try your hardest to cook your own food. That way you can control what you're eating. You can control how much of it you use. You can control how much how much salt you use, how much pepper you use, how much fat and oils and stuff you put in it. You can control if it's fried or baked. Sleeping. Try to at least get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know that sounds silly, but there were days when my leg was like, it felt horrible. It was really big, round, puffy. It would sting when I walked. It was just bad. Get a lot of sleep. Do not skip on your sleeping, because I noticed that when I would go to bed, my leg would hurt. It would like sting and stuff. When I woke up in the morning, it was like there was a major reduction in the swelling size. A major reduction. No lie. So, and I noticed that if I got like 3 hours of sleep, I would be in the same boat I was the day before. So getting a lot of sleep is very important. And moisturizing. Last one, moisturizing. Lotions and stuff. Now I had bought some, I think it was called Lymphoderm moisturizing lotion. I liked it. It left this weird residue on me, and the smell kind of smelled like seaweed or something. But anyway, I like to use this. This is Eucerin Diabetics Dry Skin Relief Body Lotion. And it says enriched formula moisturizes and softens dry skin just after one use. Provides 24-hour moisture. And this is the fragrance-free one. I love this stuff. I put this on every night before bed. I don't wear any stockings. I don't wear any like pumps or gloves or whatever. I just, take better care of my body. And this is part of that. So yeah, I do this every night before I go to sleep. And when I wake up, my skin is soft and fluffy. So yeah. Eucerin Diabetics Dry Skin Relief. Get you some. So yeah. I have reached the end of my list. From what I can tell, I don't have much to talk about anymore. If you have noticed a reduction in your lymphedema swelling or whatever, leave it down below. I'd love to hear some of the tips and tricks and everything that you use to reduce your swelling. Maybe I can try them and mine can, get a little bit smaller. But if it doesn't, oh well. I mean, I've gotten this far. I got to be positive about it. So if you watch this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. And if you're one of those people out there you have lymphedema or whatever, however you want to put your lymphedema in, your whatever, don't give up on yourself. It's a hard disease, but it's a manageable one.